back-to-school butterflies. Leila's stomach felt funny.
Maybe I'm getting sick,
She thought to herself.
This could be a good thing. Then I won't have to go to my first day of school. Leila, we're leaving in 5 minutes,
Hollered her older sister Tammy, her voice echoing up the stairs. Leila let out a small sigh. It was too late to stay home. She knew she had to go to school today, but she wasn't feeling very excited about it. Summer had been so much fun. She had skateboarded with her buddy Grant, gone on tons of adventures with her friend Sammy, and invented an ice cream making robot with her pal Francis, all in just one summer. But now, she had to go back to school, and she was not looking forward to it. Leila hopped into the back seat of her sister's car, and they were off to school. The closer they got, the funnier her stomach started to feel. "Are you feeling all right?" Tammy asked with concern.
What do you mean?
Leila replied.
Well, you keep moving around in your seat and you look a little scared.
Plus, you hardly ate any of your breakfast this morning. I think you have the back-to-school butterflies, her sister said with a knowing smile. It used to happen to me all the time on the first day of school. Your stomach feels a little funny, doesn't it? Like there are butterflies in there? Leila's eyes opened wide in surprise. How did her sister know what was going on inside her stomach?
It does,
Leila replied, nodding. Well, that means that you're probably worried or scared. How are you feeling about going back to school? Her sister asked. As Leila thought about it, she realized that her sister was right. Not only was she sad about summer ending, but she was also feeling a bit worried about her first day of school.
Well,
she started.
I am a little worried about my new teacher. What if she doesn't like me? What if she's not as nice as my teacher last year? I don't know who's going to be in my class. I won't make any new friends. Who will I sit next to at lunch? No one will probably play with me during recess.
Leila continued, letting all of her worried thoughts pour out.
What if first grade is too hard for me? What if I get every single question wrong on my schoolwork?
Her worries seemed to grow with every thought, and now the butterflies in her stomach were fluttering like crazy.
I guess I was more worried than I thought,
she admitted. They pulled up to the school. Tammy looked back and said, When I used to feel worried, I would always remind myself to take a slow, deep breath.
And did that help you feel better?
Leila asked. It did, Tammy replied with a smile. Taking deep breaths helped me calm down, and then I could start thinking of all the fun things that could happen. I'd start to feel excited instead of worried.
Okay, I'll try it,
Leila said as she stepped out of the car. She wasn't entirely sure if it would work for her, but she knew she had to find a way to control these butterflies in her stomach before they took over her whole body. Leila stepped into the school and took a deep breath as she slowly began walking to her classroom. She heard a friendly voice call out from behind her. Are you okay? Turning around, she saw a grown-up smiling at her.
Yes, I'm fine,
Leila replied politely, though she knew she probably didn't look fine at all.
I'm trying to find Mrs. Tuttleston's room.
The grown-up smiled kindly and said, No problem at all. I'll walk you to your class. Let me guess, said the grown-up. You have the back-to-school butterflies? Leila looked at her in shock.
You know about that?
She asked. Oh, yes. A lot of kids are feeling worried today. They think they might not make any friends, or they think their new teacher's going to be really mean, the grown-up said with a warm smile. It was like she could read Leila's mind. "Here you go," the grown-up said as they approached the classroom. She opened the door and started to step inside.
You're coming in too?
Leila asked with surprise. "Of course," replied the grown-up. "I'm Mrs. Tuttleston." She gave Leila a wink and walked into the classroom. Leila couldn't believe her luck. Mrs. Tuttleston actually seemed like she would be a kind and friendly teacher. Stepping into the classroom, she was starting to feel a bit better until she looked around and saw that she did not know a single person. The butterflies were back.
Where are all my friends? Where do I sit? What if no one likes me?
She thought worriedly as she looked around. Leila remembered what her sister told her earlier, and she took a slow, deep breath to calm her body down. She thought,
It's going to be okay. This is a chance to make new friends and have new adventures.
She saw a classmate with an empty desk next to him. Feeling a bit brave, she walked over with a friendly smile and said,
Hi, I'm Leila.
I'm Amari, her classmate said, sounding a little shy.
Are you feeling okay?
Leila asked with concern. Well, my stomach feels a little bit funny, he replied. Leila gave him a gentle smile.
Have you heard about the back-to-school butterflies?
She asked. She went on to tell him all about it. As they chatted, they became fast friends.
We can help each other calm those butterflies down,
they agreed. Mrs. Tuttleston played a fun game in class where everyone got to share about their summer adventures. Leila listened as her new classmates told stories about their exciting vacations and fun activities from over the summer break. As she listened, she started to feel less worried. The whole class listened in awe as she shared all about the ice cream making robot she and Francis invented. By lunchtime, Leila's back-to-school butterflies had almost disappeared. She ate her lunch surrounded by Amari and a few of her new classmates. They chatted and laughed together. During recess, Leila spotted some of her friends from last year and introduced them to her new classmates. They all played together happily as they ran around the playground. By the end of the school day, when her sister picked her up, Leila felt much better. She waved goodbye to her friends and climbed into the back seat of the car.
How did it go?
Tammy asked, curious to hear about Leila's first day.
You were right,
Leila said with excitement.
Today didn't end up as bad as I thought it would, and my back-to-school butterflies are gone.
That's great to hear, Tammy replied with a smile. Just so you know, the butterflies might come back the next time you're feeling worried or scared. Leila nodded, feeling more confident now.
That's okay,
she replied.
Now I know what to do.
The whole way home, Leila excitedly shared all about her first day adventures with her sister. The end. Story questions. What worries did Leila have about her first day of school? What are the back-to-school butterflies? Have you ever had them? Have you ever felt nervous or worried about something new, like the first day of school? How did taking slow, deep breaths help Leila feel better? Why is it helpful to talk to someone about our worries and feelings? What are some fun ways to make new friends and get to know your classmates on the first day of school?